good, my people, my peeps? How have you guys been? I hope you have been hanging in there. Just like me, I've been doing me. I came out to talk about what I've been doing, and that's been surfing these internet streets. And I was on TikTok for the majority of the time, and I wanted to see what was going on in a lot of live streams. Has the temperature changed yet with the gender wars, or is it still the same? And I have to come back and report to you that the temperature has gotten hot, baby. It's on fire. It hasn't changed. Matter of fact, it has increased. So before we get into talking about the tonight's subject, which is did Kevin Samuels fail black men? That is a topic that I ear hustled on, y'all. Y'all know how I do. I ear hustled on, and I think I might have joined that panel. So this flyer up here, that was a conversation that I had saw on the TikTok streets, and I wanted to bring it here. So before I get into talking about our conversation for tonight, and after we talk about the main topic, we'll have some other conversations I want to touch base. But let me check on the audio really quick. Okay, guys, let me hold on, situate some things here to make sure that the sound is coming in a-okay. So hold on for just one moment. I hope you all are doing well out there. It's so much to talk about. And I thought, you know what? I know you guys have heard so much about what's going on in current affairs as far as our government is concerned. So I'll just switch it up a little bit for you all and talk about, something different. Okay, so let's see. Okay. All right, so we are doing well. Go ahead and double tap your screen as you come into the building. Double tap your screen. What I'm going to do before we get into the conversation, we're going to go ear hustle on TikTok so that, I don't want you guys to think that I have some kind of vendetta against Mr. Samuels, RIP, right? We're going to see. And I want you to see if Kevin Samuels, did he fail black men? Because black women are not over it. Matter of fact, they are wanting to go solo dolo on their own, and they want to stay, and they're going celibate, which is a good thing. That's not a bad thing to me. Hello, welcome in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I might also invite guests up tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that link in the queue. So if you want to come on, if you have something to say, I want you to join the conversation. But first, go ahead, make sure you double tap your screen as you come into the building. And let's ear hustle a little bit. So let me jump over here to TikTok real quick. And baby, they got the men apologizing to the women. They got the women saying, "Oh, it's a wrap. It's over." I'm not telling no tales. I told you I was doing my due diligence by going and listening in to see, did the damage run deep? Did he fail black men? So let me see. Let's get over here. Let me see. So I was on live. We'll get back over here. Let me get to some videos that I had saved. Get the sound up for you guys. Primed and ready. Go ahead. Make sure you double tap your screen. Double tap, double tap. Blessings to you, Forever Studios. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hope all is well. Go ahead. Subscribe to Forever Studios platform. I hope you're doing well. So we're just going to have an open conversation. And I don't want over here for you to think that you have to agree with me. I like for everyone to have their own opinions. So let me see. Did the link, I wonder if the link came into the chat. Let me see. I think I put, Yeah, so the link is in there. I'll drop it again later, but let's hear what the men are saying. Let's get into it.
Black women, we are sorry. We want to apologize to you for our silence. The world attacked you. They called you ghetto, they called you aggressive, they called you angry, and we stayed silent. We did not rise up to fight for you. In some cases, we repeated those same words. We laughed at y'all. We belittled y'all. We were supposed to be your kings, your support, your backbone. And we apologize for all the times we fell short. We dismissed your pain and just called it attitude. Too many kids grew up without their fathers. Too many mothers had to play both roles. No woman deserved to have carried the weight of two people on our own, and too many of our women have done this. We sincerely apologize to you for our lack of presence in the lives of our kids. We are sorry for all the ways we are falling short, and we make a promise to do better. Not to be perfect men, not to be supermen, just available, hardworking, dependable men.
Okay, so that's one aspect of we failed our women, black men. Black men apologize. So I just want to get a little bit on both sides. So now we're going to go to here. What are the black women saying now after the aftermath of Kevin Samuels, the red manosphere, and the red pill era? What has happened? We're going to talk about it. So make sure you go ahead, double tap your screen. You can come on into the live if you want, and I'll bring you up in the box. Let's hear what the women have to say.
A service announcement for all men. Your contract is coming to an end, and a new contract is being presented. What is that contract? I'll let you know. Your forefathers had the opportunity to fight against these systems right now that are screwing us over. They had the opportunity to take a stance, but they didn't. You know what they did? They settled on controlling women. The energy that they use to ask for, where's my food? Where's my clothes? Why isn't the house clean? That energy could have been used to fight against the powers that are right now messing up our lives. And you right now are being presented with that contract. What are you gonna do? Choose wisely. A service announcement.
Okay, so this young lady, she said the contract is up for black men. Okay, it's a wrap. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go into what I've been doing over the last few days is ear hustling on the TikTok streets to see the conversations that are going on regarding black women and men's relationships. Is it over with? Is it a wrap? You know, so many people are mad, and so many people, and I feel, y'all know my stance from day one when, let me say, hello, B-Dub Boogie, what's good, how are you doing this evening? So I want to say that you guys know my stance about how I felt about Kevin Samuels, the manosphere, but my stance on how I feel is not how you need to feel. And so we're going to have an open panel tonight. Over here, I believe in people talking and speaking their own minds, okay? And that's what we're going to do. Welcome in. Not Kevin Samuels spelled huge men, laugh out loud. What? I'm putting you on the big screen. And let me say hello over there on Facebook. I did not mean to leave you out. I cannot see your comments if you're leaving any comments on Facebook. So you can come join me on YouTube, and it's the same handle, it's the same name. What's good? Welcome in. Ethereal, okay? It is exactly how it is spelled. You just can put it into the search engine over here in YouTube, and it'll pull it right on up. I might need to join the panel. Okay, well, as long as you come in with some respect to the host, I might have to bring one of my mods up here also on the panel. I'm just kind of trying to get y'all some shine on the panel as well, because I want to hear men's perspective after the aftermath. I mean, we still have some red pill fallouts, right? Because there's still people, men in the red pill community, and some people that, you know, they had a spinoff after Kevin Samuels passing, and they tried to become, you know, Kevin Samuels themselves. So I want to hear from everybody, men and women. And look, like I said over there on Facebook, come on over here. So what I'm going to do is turn this down. I'm going to try to go into ear hustling session. Okay. And we're going to see what they're saying in some of these live chats. Okay. Okay. And let me turn the comments on really quick while I prime this up. See if I can find one of the conversations so we can ear hustle for a little bit. And then I do want to talk about some current affairs, like did y'all hear about what's going on over in Nigeria with the festival, the Great Festival that just happened? So some things I do want to, let me write that down so I won't forget, because I go to talking and I'll forget, y'all. Okay, so if I don't forget, I do want to touch on some things over, you know, in current affairs. All right. So hold on. All right. So you all know Kevin Samuels believed one of his talking points were men should be high value, right? They should be high value men. And that is how he was able to have women come on, and then he would rate the women. He would, oh, what's your dress size? You know, what's your weight? Oh, no, you're not ready for a high value man. Y'all remember how he used to degrade a lot of women for some things he used to say, but he also played in you all's men's face as well, because he told you all that you all need to get your game up, which, I mean, that's not a bad thing. But the kicker is he told you need to be a six-figure man. You know, you have to have so much money, and before you even have a woman, and you have to have just a lot of things, a lot of material things before you can consider yourself as a high value man. And so now we have platforms, and I just came across one that is talking about should we let broke men be allowed to date? So we are going to tap in and ear hustle. And if you want to, I'm going to, let me see if I can drop. Hello, welcome in. I'm going to try to drop the link again, because I am going to be inviting people up. You must turn your camera on. And if you come up in queue, okay? So I have to see what's going on. Yeah, you got to be ID'd around here. Okay, so let's get into it. I want to go to the opposite, because women are like, oh, well, we don't even want to date no broke man. We don't want to date, because women, you know, they got their game up. Y'all know Black women are the most educated in the United States, especially compared to our brothers, right? So and I'm referring to obtaining and getting their college degrees. So it has really put a damper on the brothers, because some Black women don't want to date low quality men. I'm going to put it on the opposite scale. They don't want to date no one who's not, you know, six figures and above. And to be honest, to be quite frank, be honest with yourselves, man, a lot of you guys are not making six figures. So does that leave you out of the loop of dating? This is one of the blowbacks of Kevin Samuels' era. Okay, so we're going to ear hustle.
Everything that I got That's so I would strongly advise y'all, mind your business and Leslie share it with you. Maybe we will share it with you, maybe we won't. Maybe we will share it with you, maybe we won't. But don't be talking about it on slander, because those receipts aren't slander. That's not slander at all. Going forward, if some of y'all be aggressive talkers like Bonnie, y'all better tread lightly when y'all come in here, because some of these, there's several of them that's pulling stuff on some of you individuals. There's 7 of them doing several of them. I didn't even know they was doing all that. I didn't even know they was doing all that. So I just say, everybody, the safe thing for you to do, just stay on the prompt. Don't talk about your personal life. And if you do, don't talk trash about other people or other people broke. If you have been in the same category as these individuals we're talking about. So that means criminal records, homeless, all that stuff, broke, all those things. Then don't talk trash. Do not talk trash. Don't talk trash, because these people are getting upset when you talk too much trash. They are getting mad and they're just checking out things. So I'm just telling you, I'm just putting it out there, because I didn't even know that this was going down until I say last week when the first one happened. But there's some other people that's been talking. They also been doing it. So it's like a couple people is doing it. I know I called the Vice Squad, but I didn't know these individuals was doing it.
I have somebody.
We're called the Vice Squad.
Let me turn this down. I have somebody
just know.
In backstage. I think it's Elijah. Elijah, I don't see your face. If I can't see your face, I can't bring you on. Your camera is on, but I don't see your face, Elijah. You can take off your hat and show your face, or I'm going to just go ahead and you can just go ahead and drop. But like I said, you're more than welcome to come. This is an open panel, an open discussion, and you're more than welcome to come in and talk, but you must turn your camera on so that you can be ID'd up here. And this is a serious conversation. I mean, I'm sure people have jokes and things of that nature. I am not going to drop you for jokes as long as you keep it within YouTube guidelines and within where are we at? Facebook guidelines. Okay. So, we got to talk in code. We got to talk about, if you're going to say something about sex is sex, listen to me. It's it just has to be said in code words. How do they say it on TikTok? Oh my goodness, it'll come to me. I'll correct you if I hear it. I don't mind cursing, but I do not like profanity. Okay, so everybody, you're gonna say damn or something along those lines every now and again. Keep it to a minimum, because this is on a channel that is paid. Okay, so I want my check. Okay, so y'all keep those words to a minimum. So we're gonna hop back in. Elijah, let me see what's going on. You not. Let me see. I'm just gonna drop you. I don't know why you're just sitting there. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove you from backstage. But like I said, anybody who wants to come on, you guys are welcome to come on. And I'll drop the link again. Okay. And we're going to have a conversation. We're going to ear hustle for a little bit first. Okay, guys? So let me see. Oh, link. So there's the link, guys. So let's ear hustle. This is one of the blowbacks of Kevin Samuels. He told you guys y'all had to have money.
2026, I was going to say yes. And yes, because I think that everyone should be able to date, but just understand that you're not going to be able to always get the best options that you want. So if you have a specific type or something that you're looking for, you might not be able to always get that if you're broke. Or if you have children as well, like understand that you might not be able to get the love of your life.
All right, I got you, man. Y'all heard it. You don't date broke, you won't probably find the love of your life. Miss Girlish, you there with me there?
I'm here.
All right. Can you read that prompt and give us your spiel? Let us know how you feel.
Yes, should broke men be allowed to date in 2026? I'm gonna say no. They should be focusing on their self. If you're dating broke, then more likely the woman got to settle. You got to settle. We're both angry. We're not gonna get anywhere in this relationship. Money isn't everything, but when you're dating, it's a big factor. Not having any money, we're going to be missing out on a lot of experiences. We can't do what we want to do. We're going to be angry. It's going to be so much trauma. I feel like if you're broke, you should be focusing on yourself, trying to get your money up, not be worried about dating. I'm done.
All right. We got Miss Just Say. Where you at there?
All right. Sorry. Should broke men be allowed to date in 2026? No, absolutely not. They should not be allowed to date in 2026. They are selling chaos in disguise, disguised as romance. Sorry, I'm getting sick. They're selling chaos disguised as romance. They offer drama, subscription, emotional bankruptcy, and are cosplaying. And so, with that being said, hold on. I'm gonna land my plane.
All right. Mr. Forgiveness, go ahead and take flight.
Yes, sir. Should broke man be allowed to date in 2026? Absolutely no, and no. The broke doors of the community are closed. Broke men should not be dating anybody but Google, Indeed. They should be dating themselves. They should have a something to provide, to be the leader of the relationship and not count on somebody to take care of them. They should take care of themselves first and then be ready to date. Not be in the dating game and then get yourself together. And I land on that.
All right, Mr. Forgiveness. Oh, Chad, I just seen it. We got the man of the hour. We got the man of the day. We got Mr. Jim. Where you at?
He's a celebrity.
Welcome.
How you
Welcome
today?
How you
I'm
feeling?
doing amazing. I'm doing fantastic. Welcome to this
Good, Mr. Jim.
welcome to this book coalition of ours. The community's been growing. I feel amazing. You know, some been calling me here liars.
Did you get your chores done today, Jim?
Absolutely. You know, I got my chores done within hours. You know, right now I'm enjoying myself on that couch right now. Should broke men be allowed to date in 2026? Yeah, I know my motto. I say absolutely yes. These women are still desperate and lonely.
We're not
desperate and lonely.
We are not desperate and lonely.
It is highly recommended to date single mothers.
Hold up.
Single mothers
Let me
are
let y'all
easy
hear
to
him.
get
He
at.
talking noise,
The
y'all.
epidemic of single mothers lingering around is getting out of hand. Again, the epidemic of single motherhood is getting out of hand. We as broke men got to do the community service and dating these women. All right, just remember, when dealing with single mothers, she does come with that little nuisance, which I call the rug rat. It is highly recommended of you to get rid of this kid immediately. Again, immediately, by encouraging her, drop that kid off to his daddy.
Wow.
The man is just around the corner, about 5 to 10 minutes away. All right, we are not going to be fighting for the woman's affection.
Oh my God.
We're not going to be fighting that kid for the Capri Sun, even though his mama bought it for him. I have earned the right to play his PS5 by convincing his mom to take my brokenness to the apartment.
Oh my goodness.
I'll end.
All right.
With a high C, so
That's
can't have
wild.
none of that.
we got, hold on, Miss Just Say. I got to open you up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, panel. Y'all heard it all. Come from them all. Hey, panel, if you like what they say, you can also send them a gift. But remember, if you don't like what they say, it'll take the galaxy to put them down. And so it might take a few more galaxies. So let's open up the panel and let's get this show started. Panel is open.
Okay, so we want to know, should broke men be able to date? What do you think?
So
Put
earlier,
your thoughts in the chat.
Forgiveness.
I should have did a
said
poll.
that money is the leading cause. But then I don't think you understand that money isn't the leading. It isn't the leading cause of the failure. The failure, because I said, ask you a simple question: if two partners agree upon a specific thing and they know that, and they're not trying to blame game. Oh, you're the problem. This is the problem. they worked on their issues and they 100% got it together. Doesn't that mean that the money is secondary? And
no, money is not. It's not secondary.
No.
It is secondary. It is secondary because then you said, right, earlier, you said that the money over time, you said that system breaks over time. But I disagree with you because time doesn't break a system. A lack of discipline breaks the system. So if y'all are two partners and y'all can't keep that system tight, then it's going to break.
Well, I have a question for you. Do you have the same energy? So if say that you're a broke man, you should not be able to date a woman that you find to be out of your league in terms of looks wise. Would you agree with that?
That was
we're dating for looks. You're not dating for looks. Looks.
Oh,
let's just get out. That's just.
Wait a minute. Now he know he lying because men date for looks.
Cool.
That's part of y'all thing. Y'all date for looks.
Have the kind of good character like what I'm looking for, and I'm not going to necessarily go into depth what I'm really looking for. But if she doesn't have good character overall, then the looks don't even matter to me.
Yeah, he
lied. The problem with the scenario is that this is almost 50% of people fail in relationship. That's a big number. So if we were talking 10%, then I would probably be on the agreeing side with you guys. But it's because it's almost 50% of relationships fail because of finances. And so if this is if this is such a large number, then why is it such a large number? Then why is it okay?
Because it was going to fail no matter what.
What'd you say, TikTok?
Because it was going to fail no matter what. The finances is just an excuse.
You think it's an excuse?
Relationship was going to fail no matter what.
It was. You know why it's finances is an excuse? You know why finances is an excuse? Because if y'all two are unequally yoked, if y'all two can't agree upon nothing, it was bound to crash. But if y'all two are reasonable adults and y'all can come to an agreement on a particular thing and y'all are 100% sure that y'all are able to achieve it, then it's going to work out.
So what we're doing, guys, let me recap really quick. We're ear hustling. We're talking about did Kevin Samuels fail the black man? And so what I have been doing, I have been on social media streets, mainly TikTok, listening to different platforms and their conversations about relationships. And so we're listening into this platform, which is Nikki Speaks. And Nikki Speaks 48, and she's having a conversation, should broke men be able to date in 2026? And I want to listen to this really quick to see what people would say if you had an opinion. Do you think broke men should date, especially going on what Kevin Samuels promoted, about the six-figure high-value man, and that is what men should strive for, and how he rated women based on men being the so-called high-value man and having the six-figure life and the six-figure income. So now that he has passed and there has been an aftermath, an explosion that has made ripples in the world of love in the Black community, mainly, but trust me, the dating world has been affected by the red pill community in other ethnicities, okay? But I'm talking about Kevin Samuels. He had all types of ethnicities listen to him, but he really gave it and socked it to the Black woman, okay? And so now there is a big fallout, and we're in 2026 and relationships are downhill. Nobody really wants to date you. Here there's a male loneliness epidemic going on, and then some men are talking about they don't want to date because there's not any good choices out there. And then women in America are now saying that they don't want to date. They want to become celibate. They want to focus on themselves. They can do bad by themselves. And men are like, And then we have some men that are apologizing to Black women for the misinformation that was led by their leader, formerly known as Kevin Samuels, RIP. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to go ahead and finish ear hustling, because this is on the other end of the spectrum, because now the conversation is, should broke men date? Because you have women that have they went and they worked on themselves, and now they want the cream of the crop, because that's what Kevin Samuels said. You work on yourself, woman. What size dress you wear? How tall are you? And if you didn't meet a certain criteria, he was, giving women the boot and talking crazy about them on his podcast. So women have upped their game, but the men have not. A lot of them. Some of them did, And now the question is, should men date broke? What do you think? Put your answers in the
Hold
chat.
on. Biggest, you just said that broke men should date, right? You're contradicting yourself. If you're going to have all those issues, then why should you date? You're bringing somebody in your struggle. If you broke, you cannot provide, you cannot lead a woman properly if you do not have any money. Your finances are in shambles. You're not capable of leading anybody.
Yeah, I think,
So
girlish, I'll probably change my, after kind of hearing your guys' points, I kind of think I changed my perception. I think that if you are broke, you need to focus on making money and making sure you live in a stable environment first. So I kind of changed. I get what you're saying.
Whoa, sir, you read that comment, Mr. Biggest. Hold on, sir, you Biggest, you're going to have to read that prompt again to give me an answer, sir, because you flip-flopped.
No, and all I heard thus far is unresolved chaos. So really and truly, all the statistics show is unresolved chaos. So if you really in science, in order for you to find out what can be done different, you look at the minority and you see what the minority is doing, right? And then afterwards you relay the information of what the minority is doing, and then you say, yeah, the minority can get out of that position or can do better if the majority follows what the minority is doing. Then in this particular scenario, then we wouldn't have that issue.
Okay.
All right. We bringing in a new.
As they bring in a new panelist, let me turn this down. I want to address this. What Vita Boogie has said in the comments, because this is a good point too. Let me bring it back up on the screen. Vita Boogie says, how much does it cost to replace an alternator and do an oil change, tune up your car? About $500 to $1,000. Well, I know how much an oil change costs. An oil change can run up into $200 and more, because if you get premium oil, how many quarts was your low? Because I go get my oil change, but I don't know about the rest. And car repair can be expensive. So let's see what else he had to say down here. Let me see. Amen. If a man does that, does his value increase? I personally would say yes. Now, I'm different than some women, and I wish we had some women that were here to, speak their mind. I wish we had women that only focus on the so-called high-value man, because a lot of things are going to be shifting here soon. And so that high value man and that persona that, Kevin Samuels promoted is going to shift. And who's going to become the high value man, in my opinion, is going to be the man who can change, your oil, who can change your alternator, and the things that you mentioned, Beat Up Boogie. The handymans and the men who know how to work with their hands, the men who know how to come in and fix the air conditioner, or come in and help you do something that requires more physical labor. And I say that because of the state of the emergency that we're in America. A lot of people don't feel that it is a state of emergency, but the tides are shifting in the world, and America has not been touched by hardship, you see. And so America has been riding high on the horse of luxury, and famine is coming to the land. Okay, and changes are coming to America where the high value man that's driving around in his Maybach or things of that nature might not be the man you want to be looking for, ladies. That's my opinion. And I suggest you might think about taking your godmother's opinion. Okay, it's not about always about the amount of money a man can bring into the home, but about the value that a man can bring into the home as well. Right? Right. Okay. Take my girl out of all the time makes more than me. Okay, let me put that up here. Let me see if I can read it. Oh shoot, hold on. Let me put that up back up here. Take my girl out all the time. She makes more than me. If you like her, make the effort. That's all. Hey, okay. That's all. But you know, that's the thing. And that's why the question still stands. Did Kevin Samuels fail black men? Because you have some black men that do not make the six figures, but in their mind, they think that they are supposed to have these the women that Kevin Samuels was saying. If you're 5'7", you should weigh 140 pounds. You know, if you're and be this perfect woman. But now we have to look back and realize if I should accept you, men. I'm just talking in general, like as the women. Okay. If I should accept you and you're not a high value man, not meaning that you're not high in value as whom you are as a person and that you're here on this earth existing, right? Not that, but as far as what Kevin Samuels made it out to be, like the high value man with the money, the colognes and the cars and the phones and the, you know, and the candles, you know? And so are you going to change your level of the woman that you will want to date? Or does she still need to wear a certain size dress? Does she need to be the perfect picture of she can walk the runway? You see? And I'm wondering, will men think about life like that after the aftermath of Kevin Samuels? Will they realize, hey, I might not make as much, but you know, that woman over there might not look as, you know, great to my homeboys, because that's what women to a lot of men are status symbols, you know, a trophy wife. You've heard of these things. So if you can't find the trophy girlfriend, are you going to just leave somebody that just might be perfect for you, but does not look all that great to society norms and their, you know, their standards and some men's standards, you know, because a lot of men were indoctrinated to think that your body better be snatched. Okay. Hey, and that, a lot of them are getting out of the BBL era, you know, but that was a whole thing, you know. That's why a lot of women ran over to Brazil and out of the country to go get those BBLs, but a lot of them are running back and trying to take them out, right? So they were trying to have these perfect bodies and this perfect body image. So I'm wondering, after the aftermath, and how I feel that Kevin Samuels failed men, do you think men will lower their standards when it comes to picking women? So we're going to ear hustle for a little bit more. I'm going to see what they're saying, and then I'm going to try to find another platform and see what they're discussing about relationships. And in my topic, that it was on another channel, did Kevin Samuels fail black men? Let's get into it.
By saying no to the broke man, I don't get it.
What's so hard about it?
Yeah,
what's so hard about
Like
saying
you
no to a
said,
broke man?
Wait, listen, you guys are not listening to her. I think she's saying she personally doesn't do a broke man. So even though a lot of other women might, she's saying for herself she doesn't. You guys have to listen to what she's saying.
She can't enter her by herself, but we're talking about a high number here. I asked her
But you
why
said
such a
76% of broke men are having babies.
yes.
That's
Don't
a
you think?
problem.
And you don't think that's that is a problem, man. That's a high number.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a problem. And I'm an older woman, so I'm disciplined enough to know not to have children, right? I know not to. I'm not going to surround myself if I feel tempted or anything. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where something like that can happen. That's just me.
And Coco, I feel bad for you
I
because
have a question. So, Jim, what kind of women are they having babies with?
Come on, man. Any type of woman. If I see weakness in you, absolutely, I'm going to take the advantage, man.
Obviously, it's a different caliber of women that they're having babies
What's this different? Okay, what do you mean different caliber of woman? What do you mean by that?
Because no woman of value is going to have a baby with a broke man.
If that woman, hold on.
That's not true.
That is not true, man.
Absolutely not. Not true at all. There's there's a lot of women out there that will do exactly what Jim is saying. And they will a lot. There's a lot of women. I mean, look at the numbers are high. But I'm curious. Jim asked a good question. Why is that? Why is that the broke man can do that? Right? Me, I would have a hard time getting a date with somebody. Honestly, I'm not saying I'm ugly.
Other broke people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But how? Why? Why is that though? Then some of these women are not.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. It's because the people who they say when they go ahead and say, you know what, go ahead and get a job, go ahead and get an education, go ahead and get that. They don't want those men. They say that's who they want. That's the reason why you say you will have a hard time. You mark all those boxes, but you know you will have a hard time. They want Pookies and Ray Rays, but they want Pookie and Ray Rays to change. Right. And we know Pookies and Ray Rays, they not going to change.
So, but you know, that can come from childhood.
I agree.
That can come from, you know, just like broke men, you know, women have problems too. So it could come from your childhood, your demographic, you know, how you grew up, what you've been watching. The fact that you refuse to go within yourself or seek help.
But that's excuses. Those are excuses.
Those are excuses. Just like it's an excuse in 2026.
We don't do excuses.
True.
But what I was about to make a response to the broken home. And my point exactly is if y'all two are just like if you I'm not talking to you specifically, but if you and another person as a broke person is having sex casually, it was never a home to begin with because y'all two never had a foundation or a commitment to each other. It was just like most of these broken homes because one person goes there and they're like, okay, we're gonna have sex, and then they go put their married way. So the fact of the matter is the home was never broken to begin with. It was just two persons casually doing it, and y'all call it a broken home because of what it was.
Hey, laugh.
Laughable.
Laugh. Hold on, laugh. Okay, I have no problem with a woman giving a broke man a chance. Ain't nobody told you to lose your common sense. Second of all, if you know that I'm broke, why? Hold on, sir. If you know that I'm broke, ladies, if you know that I'm broke, why is it so hard? You know, okay, it's hard. I understand it's hard to say no to us, brokey. But
because I'm broke too. We both.
Hold on, man. But you can't tell me to cover up when it comes to the deep. You can still have fun. Cover up. Be responsible.
I agree.
Wait, Jim, so are you speaking? Wait, I have a question for Jim. Are you speaking from personal experiences? Are you gravitating towards a lot of women that have money as a brokey?
No, I'm gravitating for. Yeah, I do pursue women with money. Yes, I'm a broke man. Like I want to be taken care of.
And do they trick on you?
Huh?
They trick on you or something?
What do you mean they trick on me? How would they trick on me if I'm pursuing women with money?
Yeah, like do they put out money for you?
Y'all two gentlemen, be careful with that T word. Be careful
with that.
Sir, do you understand? I'm pursuing a woman who's
I wouldn't even go there.
Sir,
Jim,
I
think he's trying to say, do they help you financially?
Do they spend money on you?
Yes, that's the point of it. I'm pursuing women who's financially stable.
Really? Wow.
What? Okay, sir. You can't find a woman like that. You just don't believe in yourself.
That's not a phenomenon. Now he's telling what he's saying is true, but the problem. That's why this prompt exists today because of this. There are broke men out there like TikToker. You're 1%. Like 1%. Like you found the right. I'm a 1%er. I found my wife. Boom. That was it. We were done. We got married. All that good stuff. Right. but we're 1%ers. As 1%ers, that doesn't happen very often. It doesn't. We're the minority, not the majority.
But forgiveness, you was asking earlier.
But then it does show that it is possible for it to happen. So
It's possible, but it's a 1%er. We're 1%ers. It's possible, but we're not the majority. We're the minority. I'm telling you, we are.
No, I wouldn't consider it 1% because when we actually look at the whole entire world, this is happening all the time where people find they're forever after, and it just keeps happening. I see it happening on a daily basis, but in my country, these people are looking for loyalty and commitment.
Like, we're talking about America because everyone has a certain culture, and our culture is totally different. That's why we have this type of prompt up. Yeah. I'm pretty sure your country is not ran that way.
I'm pretty sure that yes, y'all do say it's still America.
Your country, there's not two captains in the house. There's just one.
But looking at the
out here, that's the problem. Everybody want to be the captain.
It's a dictatorship.
Right, but there's only one captain in the house. That's why the marriage.
Right, exactly. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. That's a different culture. You're right. Everybody wants to be in charge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen on the panel, y'all mute up for me. Let me get one.
I think they're kind of moving off the subject. They're going into head of household and things of that nature. So let me scroll really quick and see if I can find another prompt. We're talking about, did Kevin Samuels, did he fail the black man? Okay. Because we had so much fallout, and we've had these gender wars that are still going on to this day. Okay, so let me see really quick. Let's see. And then it was so interesting. One of the guys was saying that he dates women that have money. So ladies, you got to be careful out here if you do date, beneath your pay grade, okay? Because if you might have predators, they done went back into their predator modes. I'm going to try to find a woman to take care of me type situation, So let me see what this prompt is saying. If women feel entitled for a man to pay on a first date. Hello, Brother Vic. How you doing? Let me put you up here, give you some shine in the building. Brother Vic is in the house. All right. If women feel entitled for men to pay on the first date, is it fair for men to feel entitled to something? Okay, it's not written right, but it should say, is it fair for men to feel entitled to get something in return? Okay, so let's ear hustle on this, because this is part of dating. I don't think I can't recall, because I can't say that I watched every episode of Kevin Samuels' podcast that he had out, but I do know that he, alluded to having a certain standard about the women, about how they should be fit and trim, and how the men should be these high value men. But I cannot recall hearing, should there be some kind of exchange when it comes to dating? So if a high value man takes out a woman to a lovely restaurant, a high-end restaurant, should he be able to get some goodies, some cookies, a little midnight snack in return? Okay, so let's ear hustle on that. We're ear hustling on TikTok. Go ahead, double tap the screen.
Well, it's more than one way that you can reciprocate somebody paying for the date. It ain't got to be sex. It can be anything else. But
Smacks.
T'Challa kind of talked about that earlier. If you are engaged and actually enjoying the date, paying the person that's actually paying for the date attention, and not looking at other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you reciprocate, at least from my perspective, for a date.
What, just sitting there looking pretty?
He just
He
said
took
if
her
you're
on a date
reciprocating,
because she was
actually
looking
engaging in the
pretty.
conversation,
See how they
and making
changing
sure
the
that he's
game?
enjoying the date just as much as you are. That's not just sitting there looking pretty. There's people that sit there and don't say anything the whole date, like they're boring, versus actually participating in whatever y'all are doing. So I feel like that's how you reciprocate.
You're engaging. Yeah. You're engaging in conversations, and I think you're going to do that anyway, right? You're just not going to go and just eat somebody's food and sit in front of somebody that you've been talking to over the phone that decide to take you out on a date and just sit there and play with your phone, right?
You'd be surprised. That's what he was talking about.
I've been good. Have you been busy? I've been busy.
I'm not saying it don't happen, but for a young lady transitioning to a grown woman, so you're going to pick up different things to do and say. You're not going to be the same way with the guy that you really want to be with. You're not going to treat every guy that way, but you should have some kind of like morals and some kind of values about yourself, being a young woman.
Yeah, and I feel like having those values and being engaging, because you could be sitting across from somebody that's on their phone, should be, you should be happy to pay for the date. Yeah, you should be happy to pay for the date. If
you
I'm not seeing
just
those
leave
girls,
a tip. Just leave a tip. Dessert. Hey, drink on me.
So do you feel like that's enough? Do you feel like that's enough reciprocation if we're talking? Is it not about monetary value? Is it just about the gesture? Is that what you're saying?
It's just about the gesture. It's just about the gesture. That's it.
So what do y'all think? Should women give something because they were asked to go on a date?
That's what I'm looking for.
So should they reciprocate and pay for the some dessert, some cake, literal dessert,
or I'll buy a drink.
Should they
she real? I want her.
Leave the tip?
I'm turned on.
How old are you? Well,
and that's a good question to ask, because you're asking, and I want y'all to focus on how Kevin Samuels led these men like the Pied Piper down this high value man's road, and having the status and how the women should be and how the men should be with the 6-figure careers. And now we're having these conversations because men don't want to pay, or they want something in return, such as smacks, the cookies. They want to go to the cookie jar after the date is over. So should women, if a man has asked a woman out on a date and has taken her to, a nice restaurant, do you feel that she should reciprocate by leaving the tip, or maybe paying for a dessert, but give him back something because he asked her out for a date? What do y'all think about that? We're ear hustling, so come on in, and we're just gonna listen to what they have to say. We're on TikTok.
You're not fully a grown woman.
Mm.
You should be at this point, because you are 29. You're kicking 30 right in the ass. So for you to be a grown woman and not leave a tip or ask to pay for, or did you want to go do something else? Anything else? If you feeling that man, it should be something else coming out of your mouth, unless you just there for the free shit. Because women like free shit, but they don't want to pay.
It's not that I'm there for the free shit. I'm picking the right men that don't expect me to pay anything.
Okay, you said you. Okay. Key word, right man. So when is you gonna be the right woman and do the right thing? So when you gonna do the right thing?
Being the right woman.
That's not the right thing.
Not choosing men that can't afford a date.
Okay, no. That ain't got nothing to do with a man that can't afford the date. No, it don't. You're not listening. You're not listening to the prompt. Because a real woman and women I've been out with, okay, say for instance, if I go, here's my thing. If I take a woman out and we go to the movies. If I'm paying for the movie, I want her to be smart enough to be like, well, babe, I got the snacks. I stopped at Walgreens or whatever, to get us some snacks.
Did y'all hear that? So this man was saying, if he's paying for the movies, baby, I got the snacks. Now I want to read this chat that V-Dub says, women know they are going to give you some when they meet you. Okay. You just have to not mess it up, man. You just got to be cool with it, right? So, in a sense, this is true, right? This is true. They have some form of interest in you if they accept the date, okay? But listening to this man right here, when you said this, B-Dub Boogie, when you said women are going to give you something, so just, play your cards right, chill, just, but what this man just said is, it's like he wants something also, because he knows what he's there for too, right? We're grown in this chat, grown adults, late night talk. Okay, this is sipping a little tea with Nikki. Oh Lord, it's getting late. I'm gonna start acting silly. What time is it? I can't stay up late with you. I got to get up early in the morning, but if men know and women know, if they consented to the date, they have some form of interest in one another, right? But is it like taxing more to the woman, knowing for a man to want her to pay the tip or buy the cookies or the cake or some form of dessert, on top of he knows that he wants the actual prize that he is seeking? You know what I'm saying? Read between the lines, people. Is it like the women has to give up more? Hell, I know you want the cookies, but now I got to smooth you over too and buy you some cake, or I got to lead a tip. Let's talk about it. Let's ear hustle, y'all.
Then I'm not taking her on no date.
All right, can I
Go
speak?
ahead.
May I speak? So the prompt, so I agree with the prompt.
Hold on. I turned down too far.
I'm sorry, I got a call. Okay, so, all right, can y'all hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, so
all right, so I agree with the prompt wholeheartedly. I am a 44-year-old woman. I'm putting that out there. I agree with the prompt only because of my boundaries, and I feel like everyone has their own boundaries and they have their own preference, right? So if that's what she prefers to do, that's for her, and she'll find that. However, I do agree with Mac. I personally do it for myself. I rather go on an ice cream date, and we're talking about the first date. I think Auntie said it in the comments. We're not talking about a second date, third date, or we're in a relationship. We're talking about first dates, right? So a coffee date, an ice cream date, and a walk is perfectly fine. Now, I had a man ask me, and I always say I got the tip. 9 times out of 10, I've never been on a date where me and be like, okay, cool. They always be like, nah, you good. And I always go to grab my purse because I'm not going to order nothing that I'm not going to be able to pay for. And I'm very conscious of the climate we're in. We are literally in an economic climate where you have to have 2 people to survive. So no, I'm not going to ask a stranger who I'm getting ready to get to know to pay for my stuff. We as women, and you got to be honest, you go out with your homegirls, you're not even asking homegirls you known for years to just sit and pay for your stuff. Y'all are literally going to go Dutch. Y'all are going to pay for whatever you ate. Somebody's going to pick up the drink. Somebody's going to pick. So, like, to ask a man that you just are getting to know is a little rude to me. It doesn't make it right for everybody. Now, because I know the economic climate, I'm also not going to sit here and be like, okay, this man is taking me out. I expect him to pay this, that, and the third. I always get a salad. I know that sounds weird, but that's because I don't like, if I eat wings, I don't like my fingers getting dirty. Just clocking it real quick. That's a sidebar. But I always get a salad. Always. It don't matter how hungry I am, I'm getting a salad. Because I'm there to get to know you. Now, what I can say is, one, how the young man asked me out. He said, oh, we love her steak and wine. I went back and said, well, I appreciate that. However, can we do something a little more lighter?
That salad thing was back in 95.
He said, well, he was like, he just wrote shorter, which made me feel like he felt some type of way.
Let me put her on silent.
Which one would you prefer? He said, walking.
Be quiet. Let me put you on silent. Ladies, we're not going backwards. Okay, now if that's what you do, you want a salad, get your, but we're not doing all that. Now, y'all know I did a live stream a few months ago when I talked about how some men are they're having a food, what was it called? Oh my goodness, what was the live stream called? Give me a minute. Where men are holding food over women's heads. It was, oh, what was it called? They felt like they were being hostages regarding food and on dates, and how men were just eating off their plates and things of that nature, and wanting women to order salads while they have a stack of plates. Y'all seen that video? Y'all was on the live stream. No, we're not doing that, ladies. Don't do that. If you go on a date and you hungry, eat. Okay, but that's my opinion. Now, if you like salad, go ahead, get you a salad. Go ahead and get you that salad. But we're not promoting that mess no more.
We literally like, oh, I got the drinks, girl. Or even if it's their birthday, if it's 5 of y'all splitting the birthday person's meal, like, why are you asking a man to do that? That's not weird to me. So that's it. I agree with the prompt. I'll always go Dutch, and I'll always leave a tip, and I'll always will go for ice, especially on the first date. Now, I think it should be some level ups. If I'm showing you, don't get comfortable and be like, okay, well, this my girl. Because men do that. Men do that. Like, okay, oh, that's that girl. She gonna do that. Like, nah, bro. Like, we gonna level up. Like, I got one, you got one. I do the movies, you do dinner. Like, we doing this together. Right. And it's up to what you're looking for. Some people are looking for a partner. Some people are looking for a helpmate. Some people are looking for someone to take care of them. This is like actual facts. And personally, Personally, I've been married. I was married for 17 years. We were together for 20, and I've been recently divorced. And like Auntie said, I really hate dating. It's mad weird to me because you have younger, nothing against the YNs, nothing at all. But you do have them that, like somebody, this is why I said it in the comments, it was like the internet really ruined everything. Because sometimes you go out a guy and they just don't get it. And they'll be like, oh, you giving off wifey. No, I'm giving off an adult. Like, I'm not going to cater. That's not catering to me. I'm not even catering to you. So that's just my opinion. I know it ain't much, but I'm also older, and I'd rather be with a helpmate and a partner. We both are already established. Like, what else? What I need from you is not at a certain age. You don't need that financial.
Miss Chris.
As they taking a little laugh break.
Those are all good.
As they're taking a little laugh breaks, I truly don't believe that a real woman has a issue or a problem. This is a date, but say the date progresses and grows, and now they're in a relationship. I don't think that a woman has a problem catering to a man. The thing is, and why we're seeing so many gender wars and so many men that want to crawl out of caves with their bat and act like they're Fred Flintstone, and drag women back to their caves on, by the hair. Women don't want to be so-called slaves and so-called talked to as children, like are thought of as if they are children. And see, with that red pill manosphere era, Kevin Samuels era, it put men in the mind frame of thinking that women are children, are less than and not capable of. And so you have this going like, men and women bumping heads because women don't want to hear that, especially if a woman is a housewife and she's managing multiple things. I could take what all that she does and write her a slamming resume. You know what I'm saying? Bookkeeper. All of that. Okay, so but let's get back into ear hustling. I'll probably do one more. See if we can walk down these TikTok streets about relationships and the back blow from Kevin Samuels, and did he fail black men? Let's continue to ear hustle. Before we ear hustle, go ahead, double tap your screen. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost you anything to double tap your screen. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel today. Welcome in. If I haven't told you, welcome in. You are more than welcome to say what you feel what you say, as long as you are respectful, okay? over here is not an echo chamber. I do not try to put a muzzle on your mouth and your voice, okay? But all I ask for is for you all to be respectful when you come into the chat, okay? All right, so let's turn this up really quick.
While we're yapping, let's get the tapping and share.
Get the tapping, that's right.
We grow around here. Share. Send somebody on the panel next to you something.
So we are on Mr. Pretty's
that's cool. If not,
live stream right
I'm
now
good, but,
over on TikTok. So if
look
you
out for
want to
each other
go
on here.
to some of these panels yourself and listen, we are on Mr.
I was
Pretty's
just gonna
live
say, I think
stream.
everyone should keep their standards where they are, and you know, the way that you represent yourself is how somebody's gonna treat you. So if you present yourself in a way that these are your standards and you want someone to meet those standards, that's probably where they're going to meet you, or they're going to disqualify themselves from the process. So everybody can, you know, have their own standard of what they want or what they expect from the other person, because at the end of the day, dating is supposed to be ending in marriage for most people that are dating. If you're dating for fun, then that's cool. But if you're trying to find a husband, then you should have those expectations, or at least value yourself and say, this is what I am looking for in a man.
That's right. You got to value yourself. I thought this was funny. Proud Black woman. I got back with my ex because I forgot my leftovers in the fridge. Hey, let me tell you something. With the state of affairs, baby, a lot of people are going to be trying to get back with exes. They're going to try to, I might put an ad for a roommate, my doggone self, because, baby, the price is getting ready, Scott. They're getting ready. Y'all thought groceries was expensive now. Honey, you thought groceries was expensive now, baby. I can't call it. It's just like the Bible said, you know, bread is gonna be worth a whole day's work. And y'all know we tired already. You know, I'll be driving sometime. I'll be like, Lord, you know, let me talk to you real quick, Father. Let me just talk to you. Sister is tired. Yeah, yes, indeed, Lord. I'm tired. But I see you speeding up the days and nights. As soon as I get off that doggone job, the alarm clock ringing, Father. You know, you speed. I think. Okay, I know, because you said you was gonna have to speed it up for the saints. For the saints, yeah. Yo, people. I have to talk to him, y'all. I have to say, because I have to rationalize how the time. Do y'all realize we in March already? Didn't y'all just blink and we was in December? Didn't y'all just count down for y'all folks that went out there and celebrated the new year? Didn't y'all just say 10, 9, you know, happy new year? Guys, y'all getting ready. It'll be October before you know it. It'll be October and we'll be right back again. The time is speeding up. Did y'all even hear about the memo? Did y'all get the memo? The government sent out a memo saying they just want to let y'all know the days and night are going to be shortened. Oh, we got to get into it. I hope I saved that live. We're going to have a conversation. Let me write that down too. Hopefully I won't forget to bring that back up. The days and night is going to be short, but it said that in the Bible, y'all. The government just be copycatting the doggone Bible. The days and nights are going to be shortened. That's right. So when you think you just did something, you did. You just was on the street driving to work. You just was in that car or in your vehicle going to your job. Just it felt like 5 minutes ago, didn't it? Because the days and nights are short. And so, like I said, the climate that we are in and the wars and rumors of wars that are going on, baby, everybody's going to be running to them exes Frigidaires to get them leftovers, baby. We're going to continue to ear hustle. Go ahead, tap your screen, double tap. Let's get into it. Did Kevin Samuels fail the black man? These relationships out of control.
I'm going to step back, not going on a date with you, or I'm going to make sure that you know that I did not like this and I'm not paying. It's a mindset.
No, because if I go,
you can be grown and just say I'm not going to eat here again.
No, because if I go, let's say I go to a car dealership, right? and they bring me a car that I don't like, I'm not paying for it. I don't care how you tell me this is all your credit can get you. I don't care.
Okay,
My credit can get that's fine. My credit can only give me a Honda Civic, but I wanted a Lexus CLS.
Okay, while they talking, I want to bring up this. Let me bring this up, and I'm not gonna keep y'all too much long because my battery trying to go dead, and I am not trying to go plug it up. But let me bring this up here. What is something inspiring you can tell the youth during this dark time in the world? What can I tell them inspiring? It's your time. Oh, my light went out. See everything going. But the light went out, but you still got the light inside of you. And it's a blessing that you are in this day and in this time and in this hour. You see, and this is so interesting that you asked me this question because whether I don't know if you're serious or it's a joke, but me dealing that was part of my career, working with the youth, right? So like I used to tell parents, and now I want to give this message to the youth. Whatever your interests are, focus on them, because that is what's going to take you a long ways. So now we have so many youth that are into, farming and the farmers markets, and you have youths that are into building things now, and arts, and these things are going to be so very powerful for you all coming into the next few years. Okay, it's not always going to be about the technology that is going to be pushing people out of jobs, right? So the more the technology grows, if that's your passion as well, if you're a youth, right, go for it all, with all you know. But let me tell you something: don't feed the beast too much. Okay, don't feed the beast too much. Okay, don't be the one that helped bring the the robots to the streets and to come in and wrangle us up. Okay, don't be that person. Just give it a little bit so you can get your paycheck and get out the door. All right, but the youth that still are doing things that their parents don't want them to do. You got youth, you got some boys that are into farming and knowing about the soil and things, but they daddies want them to play football or something. Baby, I'm trying to tell you, focus on those things, because those are going to be the things that's going to make you the king of your town, your city, or wherever you reside going forward, because times is changing, and the more they push people out of the job market, the more common and I don't want to call them common skills, but what do we call them back in high school? They were elective classes. Do y'all remember that? I don't know how y'all do it now. I'm Gen X, baby. I'm your godmother, so I don't know how y'all break it down. But in high school, we had our regular courses, and then if you didn't fail, had to take a class over. You have to take a class over again like a sister did. I ain't trying to say I was the brightest, but I made it through. Okay. Hey, you will have so many electives that you can choose for. That was your choice. You can go to a photography class. You can go to woodworking. You can go to all these other choices. That was just like a chill class. So some people, as they got up into their junior and senior years, they had, if you was smart and did what you're supposed to do, you had more chill classes, your electives, than you had to do your general classes, right? So those type of things are coming back. We even had homemaking, And we had boys and girls in that class, and we had a good old time. You know, the boys when that teacher talked about we gonna make some cakes, we was there up in them kitchens cooking and having a good old time. And I'm sure that a lot of those boys and a lot of girls learned how to cook, learned how to do measurements in food and things of that nature with those classes. And I believe some of those skill sets have been taken out of schools. But if that is something that is your passion, I say study it and hone in on that, especially in these days and times that we are in. I hope that answered your question, honey. I hope that's good for the youth, honey. But some of y'all need to realize the days is getting dark around here. Okay. All right. So let me see. We're gonna keep it moving because everything is going out. Let me see. My light just went out. I hope y'all can still see it, sister, because you know, Sister Chocolate over here. Chocolate with the cherry on top. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me see. If the man and woman can cook, leftovers should not be a problem. That's right, Brother Vic. I like leftovers, baby. Some stuff tastes better when it's leftover. The season, seeped into the food. You know what I'm saying? Some things taste, but I have met some people that do not eat leftovers. But I'm gonna tell you something. The times have changed. They probably eat leftovers now. They probably eat leftovers now. But I wanted to come to you guys because of the times that we are in, and start doing what I used to do several years ago, and bring to you some things that I think that you should have in your homes and have on deck, especially with how the war is being played out. Okay, and I know we are still doing Did Kevin Samuel Spell a Black Man, but I want to say this because I know I can go left field real quick. But how the war is being played out and how Iran are hitting resources that's going to greatly hurt America. Here shortly, and I believe Iran had closed the port, or the I forget what is it called, the something of Vermouth or whatever. It's like where the ships go in and out, and they done locked it up for America. We don't get oil and different things like that. We y'all just don't know. But I ain't here to talk about that just yet. Okay, hello, welcome into the stream. If you're just coming in the stream, go ahead and double tap your screen. I hope you guys over there on Facebook, if you're still in the building, go ahead and double tap your screen over there. You come on over here and join us over on YouTube. I'm going to be here for a little bit longer, and then we're going to get up out of here. I wanted to make sure I tapped in with you guys because I hadn't been over here in a minute. I know. And I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better, y'all. I really am. Okay. Let me see. See if I can. Oh, Lord. Oh, I got comedians down in the chat. Oh, Lord. You better be glad I got a sense of humor. Baby, yes, I am the Ancient of Days, the one you should know about. I came down here. I told you I ain't from here. I'm from somebody. I'm from the upper room. I came down here to help y'all. Y'all just don't know it yet. Okay, just don't know it yet. I'm Ancient of Days. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all, y'all better act like you know. I don't know nobody who wants to die young. The goal is to get like me. The goal is to make it through. The goal is not to go out there at 20 years old and get taken up out of here. That's not the goal, baby. The goal is to get wisdom. You down here in the classroom and you ain't even past the kindergarten level. What you doing to yourself? Hating. Get like me, baby. All right. Thank you, baby. You still look good. I appreciate them giggles. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let me put some lip gloss on. A little getting dry, because you know. I appreciate them giggles, though. Let me put some lip gloss on. Let me see. I'm just trying to catch up on some of y'all comments. We talking about Kevin Samuels and the blowback. Did he hurt the black men? Did they, you know, there's not enough oil in America. We know that, honey. Yes. Oh, yes, baby. We know there's not enough oil in America. Hey, welcome in. How you doing, honey? We know it's not enough oil in America. That's why we're going to be hurting. That's why we're going to be looking for each other. I told you, I'll put a, hey, when I see the tides, and I already see it. Trust and believe. I already see what's popping. I'm gonna have to bust a move. I'm gonna have to bust a move. Let me tell you something. It's too late, guys. It's too late to go and start farming. Let me go ahead and end this, because I done got on the current affairs. So, guys, we was ear hustling. We were listening to see the Kevin Samuels fail the black men. You know, we done listen to, can broke men date child? Now they want to know, can the broke brother get some love? You know what I'm saying? This is the conversation. Ain't nobody talking about no high value man no more. Ain't nobody talking about no man with no 6 figures no more. It ain't happening. That was Kevin Samuels' era. These men want to know, can a broke man get some love? You know, so we was listening to that. We heard just a little bit about, should it, you know, how should these dates be handled? You know, do I get some cookies at the end of the date, or should you want to leave a tip? You know, we'll come back. We'll circle the wagons back around to have these conversations more and more. Yeah, because because I tried to forewarn y'all about that agent known as Kevin Samuels. Now, I tried to forewarn you. So. Let's get into the current affairs, okay? Yeah, honey. It get rough and tough. It's too late to think that you are going to develop a compound. Now you can still do it. But I have a different take on things. I have a different take on it, because everything has already pretty much, the powers that be. Okay, the powers that be, baby, they mastermind meetings took place a long time ago. They still taking place, but they took place a long time. These people is 50 years to 100 years ahead of us. You understand what I'm saying? As far as the plans of the enemy. So all the seeds, you know, I would tell you, go get you some seeds. You know, like I wanted to. I believe on TikTok they have like little seed bank packets that you can buy, and I still say buy them, but we're too late, because all of those seeds, and I do not care if they say heirloom seeds, right? Heirloom means original. You know, heirloom means that is the original seed from the plant that it came from. And now if you look at let me get a little card or something here. If you look at a seed pack, it might say hybrid seed, right? And those seeds, you might get 2 seasons out of them, but then they're gonna put her out. They will never produce that fruit again, because they've been hybrid. They've been messed around in the lab, like the Bible told you in Noah's time. It's gonna be like the days of Noah, baby. They done spliced and diced stuff. That's why it's called hybrid. They done messed around with the seeds. So even the hybrid seeds are messed around, but you best believe that the original heirloom seeds are messed around with too. They have already I believe there are 2 major seed banks. One is in Switzerland, and another one is, where is CERN at? I think CERN is in Switzerland. It's more than one CERN. Let me talk quick, y'all. Where's my battery like that? These people have already gathered all the original seeds and fruits that you ain't probably never seen. Okay, they already have these in seed banks. So trying to get the seeds and regenerated. They've made these seeds to where you might get a couple of crops, but this is going to putter out. Okay. So with running to trying to make a compound, I say it would have to be done differently. Okay. I think you need to start having conversations with, test the waters with people, see where their mind is at. Test the waters, see if they still think that, see if they still talking about the football game. Do you hear me? Test their mind. See where they are at. See if they still upset about their football team losing. Test their mind. See if Joanne is upset because she didn't get the latest Louis Vuitton bag. See if she's mad about that Louis Vuitton bag. And I say that because some people's minds are still not understanding the stakes of the emergency that America is in. And I don't say that to scare anyone. I don't say that to scare anyone. I say that for you to be awoke and be wise in how you move. Okay. Welcome in. I see some people. I see Gotten came through the building. If I didn't see some of your or put you guys on the screen, but I do see that some people came in the building. Welcome in, welcome in. Double tap your screen as you come into the building. But see, just have conversations with people. Some people call it small talk. When you go to work, and some people, I ain't saying have no religious discussion with people, but how back in the day they say don't at work, don't talk about politics and things of that. Honey, let me say something. Okay. All right. You better start testing, folks. Just kind of see what you can say around people, what you can't say around people. Okay. And people that you think that are close to you, are friends that you have, or family members that you might be, still close to. Some people don't want to. Some people don't want to take off the rose-colored glasses and realize that although you don't have to be a Bible thumper, although you don't have to be overly religious, but that book known as the Bible, those prophecies are coming true, right? It talked about wars and rumors of wars, but this war is different. That President Trump has started. It's different, for real. And this one is it has put America in a chokehold regarding our resources, right? They've stopped bombing the soldiers, and now they're bombing resources, and they're not allowed the passage of Hormuz. I cannot remember the correct name. If y'all know it, put it in the chat. Let me refresh this. Put it in the chat if you know it. Okay. And I'm just saying, the plan going forward, you should want to vet the people that you have conversations with, vet the people to see where their mind is at, right? I'm not saying to be in a state of panic. I'm just saying be wise like the serpent and, what is it? Soft like the dove. Because let me tell you something. If I see stuff going down, it's time to come together. Certain people, look here. Yeah, money getting tight. Yeah, your mindset is just like my mindset. Yeah, we need to make things happen. And then you get together, maybe it's in your apartment. You know what I'm saying? You do this quietly now. Don't be going out making a lot of noise about, you know, you and John Boy living together now, or you and whatever. You okay, let me tell you something. You can come in here and say what you want to say, but let me go on here and take care of you real quick. Okay? You got to be respectful when you come into the building, baby. Okay? Let me show y'all this. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh no, let me go ahead and put you on the block list. Okay, there you go. Go on to the block party. Go on to the block party. Okay, look here. The big reset. There it is. Uh-huh. And it already told y'all in the book, the Bible, that there was gonna be a reset. It already told y'all that, you know. And so with everything that's happened, I mean the meteor that done hit down in Houston. Y'all know it was a meteor hit down in Houston. It was another meteor that hit down over there in Ohio. Y'all, things is falling from the sky. The war is a war that it is about to make Babylon kneel. Okay, even on these TikTok streets, I can't recall the scripture in the Bible when it says that nations, all nations in Babylon are going to they're going to run back to their nations. Now, see, over here in America, we don't call people by their nation. We call it race. What's your race? You know, when you fill out an application, they ask, "What's your race? You black? You white? You black? You white? Da-da-da-da-da-da. You black?" You know, but it in all realness, it's your nation of people. So, you know, reading the Bible coming up, or if you went to church, child, half time we would sleep in church and cutting food. And so we didn't pay attention to what it meant by nations of people. You know what I'm saying? So they are going to go back to their nation. And they know who they are, just like the Most High is going to wake up these dry bones. The dry bones know who they are. And so now that's another thing why you're having these wars, diaspora wars with the black people. And black people are what's the word they use? It starts with a D. But they're separating themselves from other people who have not been born in America with a parent and father that have been born in America that links back to slavery. Okay, so you have the FBAs against the whoever. You know, that's not just by happenstance, guys. It says that it's going to happen in the Bible. But these people are going to eventually, and all this stuff that Trump is doing with the sending people, deporting people back to their homelands or lands that are not theirs, but he's trying to kick people out. This stuff has already been written about. Okay, let me see what all y'all saying. But I'm just saying, it's to me. I'm not going to tell you to run and stock up on groceries and foods and things of that nature. I'm saying get what you need, but it might come a time where you're gonna have to flee. You're not gonna be able to carry all of, and I don't know when that might be. I'm not saying that's coming tomorrow, but I'm saying don't become one of those people that think that they have to hoard emergency foods to the ceiling and things of that nature, because it might come a time where you're gonna have to leave that behind, and you're gonna only be able to run and carry just enough stuff, just enough. But I'm saying make make plans to where, let me put that up here. I wanted to put the big reset up here. Make plans to have people of like mind in your, in your friend group, and have discussions amongst each other. The Book of Enoch, yes, that's right. Let me tell you something. It's so, it's so many things that are coming on this earth, and I think this is why they dropped AI too, because they want people to say, "Is that AI or is it real? Is that creature real or no? That's just AI." Because they don't want you to believe that some of these things that the veil has dropped and thinning, and people are seeing is real. So it's just, it's a lot going on. So the Book of Enoch really talks about the giants. You will see giants again. Okay, holla. You will see those things walk on the earth again. Let me see. Yeah. Is it the Gaza Strip is blocked? Yeah. But what is you say the Gaza Strip is blocked, but what is the it is where the ships go through in Iran. Iran is over it. Iran is over it. It's called the something of Bermuz or something like that. It's something like that. The I can't remember, but this is where like ships, where all countries go do trades and stuff like that. I can't remember, but Iran said America can't come through. So y'all thought the oil was going to cause the gas to go up, and different byproducts that the oil makes, like, different um, plastics and things of that nature. Y'all got to think about the food too. It's really going to be outrageous. Sir, let me say this. I know we all want to have a kumbaya moment and say it's all one race, but we are this is we realistic over here. It is not all one race. It's nations of people. It's always been nations of people. Okay. It's always been nations of people. Um, and that's just factual and actual. I think I read this before, but I cannot remember Albert Pike's World War III. I think I read something about that before. I don't know. You have to say something to jog my memory, because I do like history and things of that nature. So that up here. As you come into the building, go ahead, double tap the screen, double tap the screen as you come into the building. Y'all, I'm gonna have to hurry up and get out of here. I don't want the live to go, but I got like 3% on the battery and I don't have it plugged in. It's now 2%. So let me go ahead and show you guys this. I'm gonna go pick this on the screen. I appreciate you guys coming in tonight. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that we can have more discussions. It's not always going to be about current affairs, but that is one of my main topics that I do discuss here on this channel: current affairs, things to do with gang stalking, things to do with health, and survival tricks and tips that I may come across, and also things that just are on social media to get your mind to take a break from the hustle and bustle of your day-to-day life. Okay, so some of you guys, let me see. All right, guys. I knew the battery was low, very low. So I'm going to go ahead and end tonight's discussion. But like I was saying, over here on this channel, we're going to talk about a lot of things. But the main topics are current affairs. All right. I am so happy that you guys tuned in to talk about the Kevin Samuels hurt, the black man. Did he fail the black man? I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section after the show, and I'll make sure I read them. Y'all have a great night and much love.